Welcome to Voice of the Inland Empire, your weekly adventure into the who, what, where, and why of our Southern California communities. And today we are joined by two aides from Supervisor Curt Hagman's office. Supervisor Hagman represents the 4th District here in the county of San Bernardino. We're joined by Chad Schnitger and Jeremiah Brosowski, who are both aides to the supervisor, talking about a very important veterans event that is coming up and what their office does on an ongoing basis for veterans. So stick around. It's going to be a show you will not want to miss. Charlie's Stars and Stripes in Old Town Upland is one of my favorite places to go for food, for drink, and for great entertainment. Located at 296 2nd Street in Old Town Upland, just north of the gazebo and just east of Euclid Avenue. This is a wonderful place with a broad menu, variety, great drinks, great fun, and marvelous people. They have weekly specials. These are my favorites. Check out their Monday night $5.99 steak dinner. How can you go wrong? They have specials virtually every night of the week. And then they have entertainment going on all the time, from trivia contests to karaoke to dancing to some of the best cover bands you'll ever hear on Fridays and Saturday nights. Check them out on Yelp, check them out on Facebook, or come on by and say you heard about them on Voice of the Inland Empire. I love it so much here. This is where we're shooting the show, right here from the bar at Charlie's Stars and Stripes in Old Town Upland. Come on by. Any evening, who knows, you may just see me here having dinner and a drink. It is that time of the show when we say hello to today's guests. And we are actually joined by two gentlemen from Supervisor Curt Hagman's office, the supervisor of the 4th District in the county of San Bernardino, talking about a really cool event, Veterans Appreciation Day. And we are joined right now by Chad Schnitger. Did I say that right, Chad?
You did.
Wow, I'm impressed. Yep. And Chad, you're an aide to the supervisor.
I am.
And this event, this Veterans Appreciation Day, is November 18th from 10 to 1 at the West Wind Community Center. And you know, it just seems to me that we can never and don't usually do enough for our veterans.
We definitely agree.
And they deserve so much. So tell me about this event. What's going to be going on there? Who should go to it? Obviously veterans, but who specifically?
Well, we're targeting veterans and their families at the moment. What I will say is everybody is invited. If you're a veteran, if you're not a veteran, we're particularly targeting veterans that live within the 4th District. So if you're a resident of Chino Hills, Montclair, Upland, or Ontario, and you're a veteran, we want you to be there. We have resources that you may not know you need, and they're all coming down to give them your information and to give you their information, and it's going to be exciting.
So what kind of resources, for example?
Well, the event itself is a part jobs fair, part services fair for veterans. So we have 50 through the Workforce Development Board of the highest paying job providers in the area that are actively hiring for veterans.
Nice.
And so
these are companies that have said, I have jobs to fill, and my preference is to fill them with veterans.
Absolutely, and there are huge pushes, even at the federal level right now, for veterans in local communities. And a lot of these partners and these big companies are coming down and saying, we don't want, this isn't your entry-level jobs. These are medium to mid-level jobs that need experience for people that have it.
And maturity. I think, one of many things you get when you hire a veteran is they're mature, they're trained, and they're not going to be calling in hungover the next morning.
Yeah, definitely.
They're trustworthy. I can't think of anyone better to hire than a vet.
And that's the truth of it, and that's why our veterans in the 4th District are in such high demand today.
So you're doing a job fair. What are some of the other events or services that a veteran may not even be aware is out there for him or her?
Yeah, definitely. So half of the event is a veterans job fair. The other half is really the special part. That's the Veterans Services Fair. So we've got 15 different county departments right now that each have their own individual program specific to veterans. So we've got tax write-offs specifically for veterans in the 4th District, in the County of San Bernardino. We've got all kinds of different training programs through the EDD or a variety of other locations. We've got the health department is going to be there offering free health screenings. There's a lot of different things, and that's just the county, which is not always the most exciting. Let's be honest, government programs aren't usually what get people off the couch. The other stuff is going to be what's really exciting. We've got nonprofits, and we've got church, faith-based organizations, a variety of other people coming down both to support our veterans and to give information for how they can be supported. So we've got mental health facilities, we've got local health care providers. We just got the other day a lady that provides therapy animals for veterans. And so at this event, I expect no less than about a dozen, if not 2 dozen therapy animals going through the event, through the hundreds of veterans, and just letting them know they're welcome, they're loved.
That is great. So whether you're a vet or a family member of a vet, this sounds to me like the kind of event to come to. Whether you're looking for a job, maybe you're not looking for a job, maybe you're retired or you're already employed. But there's so many other things going on. Now, is there going to be any other kind of activities going on throughout the day?
Quite a bit. The biggest thing that we have is other partners that aren't necessarily nonprofits. They are, I've got government agencies. So I have the Army, I have the National Guard, and I have the Air Force coming with military displays. One of the things that Curt asked me when he first assigned us this project at the district office was, I want you guys to make it cool, I want you to make it count, I want you to make it impactful, and he said get a tank. He wanted to make it really cool, really exciting.
All right, so is there going to be a tank?
I'm working on it. It's not out of the question yet, but it's hard to drive those things on city streets. Some people get upset about it.
Actually, if I saw a tank going down the street, I'd probably put out my thumb. So what have you done to make it cool? Is there going to be like music or food or anything like that?
All of the above. We have the local KCAL Rocks radio station.
Oh,
should
nice.
be there, DJ'd in the event. We'll have a small presentation of the flag at the beginning. And then, of course, for food, the Ontario Police Officers Association has actually volunteered to sponsor, to both grill and provide all of the hot dogs and hamburgers and things for veterans and their families that attend. So.
And you know what? I've been at events where they've done that, and their food is great, and they're all great guys, but I've noticed that a lot of the women, especially younger women, tend to kind of levitate over to that grill area. And
notice that too, it's strange.
Just kind of hang out there.
It's like a gravity
It's got to
well.
be the aroma of everything cooking.
Exactly.
That's got to be what it is.
Well, and then when we get the fire department there and their association as well, all the women are gone for some reason.
So if someone watching this says, well, I have a group or an entity that would like to be there to support veterans, are you open to other people getting involved and helping?
At the moment, we have only 10 open slots, and they're filling up every single day of other nonprofits that may be available. But the biggest thing we're looking for, as I mentioned, the coolness factor. We're looking for organizations that just want to love on our vets. Whether you're a church organization that wants to, come by and hand out cupcakes or something like that, those are the types of things that we're looking for. This is our very first event. This is, once again, Supervisor Hagman.
Right, so you need someone to do dessert is what you need. you got the police guys doing the main course. You need someone to supply dessert.
And it's 1 PM. I'm not sure what kind of dessert you'll be doing at that time, but maybe ice cream. We'll wait and see, and I expect those slots to fill up really quickly.
Right, so if someone is interested in getting one of those slots or attending or getting more information about anything that we've talked about, how can they do that?
The best thing they could possibly do is reach out to us on our website, which is just Google it, County of San Bernardino, looking for District 4, which is Supervisor Curt Hagman's website, and on that you'll have a contact us for the district office, which is what I work out of. And you'll get in contact with either myself or Karen Howie or anyone there who could be able to help and guide people into where to get more information. Our flyer is available there as well.
And is there a phone number they can call?
Yes, I have to look it up though. Our phone number there is 909 area code 465-5273. That's the district office.
All right. And Chad, who are we going to be speaking with next?
We'll be speaking with Jeremiah Broski, who is another aide in the policy side of our office. And so he's going to bring a different aspect of the supervisor and our priorities for helping veterans in the district.
All right. Well, Chad, thank you for all that you and Supervisor Hagman are doing to support our vets. And I look forward to speaking to Jeremiah in just a moment. So don't go away. More of this conversation is yet to come. Charlie's Stars and Stripes
in Old Town Upland is one of my favorite places to go for food, for drink, and for great entertainment. Located at 296 2nd Street in Old Town Upland, just north of the gazebo and just east of Euclid Avenue. This is a wonderful place with a broad menu, variety, great drinks, great fun, and marvelous people. They have weekly specials. These are my favorites. Check out their Monday night $5.99 steak dinner. How can you go wrong? They have specials virtually every night of the week. And then they have entertainment going on all the time, from trivia contests to karaoke to dancing to some of the best cover bands you'll ever hear on Fridays and Saturday nights. Check them out on Yelp, check them out on Facebook, or come on by and say you heard about them on Voice of the Inland Empire. I love it so much here. This is where we're shooting the show, right here from the bar at Charlie's Stars and Stripes in Old Town Upland. Come on by. Any evening, who knows, you may just see me here having dinner and a drink.
We are back and coming to you from one of my favorite places in the world, Charlie's Stars and Stripes in Old Town Upland, right in the middle of town off of 2nd Street. And we are joined now by Jeremiah Brosowski, who is also an aide to Supervisor Curt Hagman. And Jeremiah, I know you're more on the policy side, but when I think about this event, this Veterans Appreciation Day, November 18th from 10 to 1 at the West Wind Community Center in Ontario, why is this an event that the supervisor wanted to, this is his event. Why did he say, I want to do a veterans event?
Well, I think the supervisor serves in the California Military Reserve, which has been kind of important to him, is tying everything together. So he'll go one day a month, he'll actually go and do training. Sometimes it'll be in the whole weekend.
Nice.
So he's going out there, he's doing training, he's doing things like that. So he's really wanted to before that he was involved with the Sheriff's Department and doing things like that. He saw a lot of veterans come back to the county, get involved with the county through the Sheriff's Department. Our programs that the county offered, as you know, we have a Veterans Advisory Committee, which is very important to the supervisor, that we listen to veterans and see what issues face them. And a big issue that we came across in the county was veterans homelessness.
Okay, and you came across it, so what do we do about it?
And that's a great question. I'm glad you asked that, because what we ended up doing is we went out and we actually, as a staff, with county staff and supervisor staff, we went out together and we identified homeless veterans all across the county.
Okay.
And so what we tried to do is find places that matched up, that they could either stay, and then we worked with other departments in the county to figure out, okay, how do we get these people back to work? What do we do to get them where they need to be?
All right, so outside of this single event, it sounds like, and I wasn't aware that the supervisor is a member of the reserve. So obviously this really resonates with him.
Yeah.
And I don't think there's anything sadder than a homeless veteran. I mean, that should be two words that are never connected. Yeah. So you guys are out there actively finding veterans throughout the Inland Empire that are homeless. And then what led to creating this specific event? Because this sounds like it was no small feat with all the different people and groups that you have coming.
And we have a unique situation. We have two different offices. As you know, we cover the 4th Supervisorial District, which is Upland, Ontario, Montclair, Chino Hills. So we go through and we cover all these different areas, but we want to have a connection with all the supervisors, take care of all the veterans. So you have to look at it from a countywide perspective. So with Supervisor Josie Gonzalez, we put together a study session on what was causing veterans homelessness. We brought in people from LA County who went through, they looked at everything, and they said, well, this is what we believe it to be. We identified them. We found the funds through federal funds, which actually, because of the San Bernardino incident, we had more economic opportunity. People know we're San Bernardino County now. It's a positive and a negative, but rising up again and looking at it as our county and saying that's our flagship city. And we took that opportunity to say we're going to make veterans' lives better everywhere. And we don't look at it like we just represent the 4th District. We look like we represent everybody in the county.
See, and that's what I like to hear, because sometimes in city councils, boards of supervisors where each has their own district or area, you know, it can get to be a little bit of a battle for funds.
Yeah.
But when you hear them saying, yeah, I'm looking out for my area, but I'm also looking out for the entire county all combined.
Yeah.
I think that's really what we should be hearing. So what are some of the other things that Supervisor Hagman is doing or working on?
We actually do Inland Empire Health Plan. I don't know if you're familiar with that at all.
I think we've all heard the commercials.
Yeah, so it's the second largest JPA in California.
And a JPA
It is a Joint Powers Authority.
Okay.
So Los Angeles County is this huge, massive county. So they're the number one. We come in at number two. We actually beat Orange County, which is number three. And so what we do is we provide healthcare. Actually, a lot of veterans and people like that will fall under the healthcare plan. And so what that does is, let's say you got out of the service, you don't have, your veterans benefits have a lapse or something like that. We can connect you with Cal MediConnect, and we can go through and we can make sure that they don't have a lapse in service. If they cert, all you need to do is show your military ID. You go through, you talk to an IEHP enrollment specialist, and they're usually able to get you up and going on Inland Empire Health Plan. And I think that's very important to making sure the health because when you get out, and a lot of people look at it differently. They look at mental health as a separate thing from your physical health. We look at mental health as a vital sign. So what we've done at Inland Empire Health Plan is we've tried to put together mental health with your physical health, and we believe that that's the best way to do it. So what we're working on now with Inland Empire Health Plan is the fact that you can get a smartphone, and you're going to be able to go through, if you're a veteran or anybody that's a IEHP patient, you're going to be able to go through and just connect, no fee to you. You're going to be able to connect with a doctor. And in some cases, we're working on specialists, so you're going to have access right on your phone to a doctor.
Wow. I mean, you're talking video.
Yeah.
So I'm going, hi, doc. Hey, look at this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you'll be able to go, and our plan is to eventually go to stations. So we're doing a study right now within the Empire Health Plan that you go to a station. So you walk somewhere, you go to a station, and you can get the internet service and all of that. But if you happen to have a smartphone, which many people do, you can go on that too. But we looked at it as both ways. We don't want to say, oh, you don't have a $60 smartphone,
right?
So you can't get the
And
access.
there are those that don't, and many that don't even have real transportation.
Yeah.
So if you've got these stations spread throughout, they can walk there and take advantage of that.
Yeah, and that was our main goal. And like I said before about looking at it as a whole county perspective, we said, San Bernardino, you're a great example to do that. And so we talked to the San Bernardino superintendent of schools, and we said, okay, let's work with San Bernardino School District to try to do Wi-Fi for basically everyone for the whole city. So we're working on what's called FirstNet, which is it's going to go through the federal government. It's going through a bill, and it's going to be first responder Wi-Fi. Well, we want to connect that with the governor, Jerry Brown. We want to say, okay, for California, this is what we'd like to do for that budget. How do we get this in our county? And then we say, okay, first responders, you get this much Wi-Fi, but then people that need IEHP or students that are going to school, you get the Wi-Fi as well. So that way we're covered all around.
So that way I don't have to always hang out at Starbucks.
Yeah, exactly. You're able to roam around, do different things, and we want to make it to where we're a county that's connected. We've got different things going, and I think for too long, government's always been, this is our area, we don't move over here. So our office, we like to be dynamic and say, you know, it's not about Supervisor Curt Hagman. That's not what we're here to do. We're here to make sure that we take care of our constituents. And we look at our constituents not just as a 4th district, but the entire county.
And I love that you do that. And we're almost out of time, but please share with the supervisor our gratitude for everything he's doing, not only for the county, but specifically for our veterans. And for everyone watching at home or wherever, remember, Veterans Appreciation Day, November 18th from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m., West Wind Community Center. If you want more information, just Google San Bernardino County, go to the website, connect with Curt Hagman's page on the county website, and all the details are there. So Jeremiah, thank you so much for joining us.
Great, thank you.
We will be right back. So, I'm here in the chair, not the electric chair, although in all honesty, it could be. I'm that nervous. I'm in the design room at Dermatex, waiting for Tuck to come in and do the magic that they do to make sure that the hair is a perfect match. And you know, I lost my hair a long time ago, so most people know me like this. And what's really cool is I was told if I wanted, and I'm not, but there's an option where they could actually replace it gradually and slowly, the way I lost it in the first place, and then people, for the most part, wouldn't even notice. But those of you that know me, I'm all in on this one. So we're gonna do the full replacement, and they're gonna come in and measure and get hair samples and do everything they need to do. So when this is all said and done, I'll know I got a pass on that electric chair.
Okay, Ron.
Tuck, Nick.
All right.
Okay, I'm ready, guys. I'm
Let's
ready
do
to
some
go.
design here, okay?
All right.
All right. So what we're going to do first is I'm going to do a template of your thinning area.
Okay.
Which will give us the contour of the thinning area and also design of the front hairline. So I'm going to have you help me here just a little
Sure.
bit, okay? If you can grab the other end of that.
Now you're not going to put this over my nose and mouth simultaneously, are you?
Not unless I don't like it, you know.
Okay, note to self.
So just
Do
hold
not
with
kiss
the
on
right
the
hand,
tongue.
just hold that tightly, please.
Okay.
Okay. And then with your left hand, hold this, please.
All right, so I'm assuming most people that are having this done are not on television at the time, so I
Right.
must look kind of silly.
Oh, I'm not going to comment on that.
Okay, ask me where I'm off to. Grandma's house.
There you go. Okay, and how old are you?
57.
All right, you're a young man. So we want to give you a head of hair that would be appropriate for someone like you with a little bit of thinning, some recession, not too much density with the gray percentage that you have in there.
Wait,
that-
I'm not getting the Fabio look with the long flowing hair down to my bottom?
You're past that.
Oh, darn.
And we want to give you a look where we're matching the gray percentages because you have different amounts of gray in different areas of your head. We just want this to be something that if you hadn't lost your hair, as much hair, that's what you'd look like. So we'll do a little bit of a gradual type approach. We'll be increasing density as we go.
Okay.
Okay, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take samples of your hair. And what we're looking for there, we're looking for texture. Again, we're looking for color or colors. A lot of people have multi-colors in their hair. We want to look at gray percentages in different areas. So we're going to do all that. I've looked at density already. You have a good density, so this is going to work out awesome. So I'm going to take a sample here. I'm not going to give you a haircut. Don't worry, no big
Oh, wait.
gouges
I
or-
come here to get more hair and you're taking some away.
Oh, you know.
This doesn't seem
Way
right.
it goes. You don't know what's going to happen. Okay, so that was sample from your area here, kind of right on the side. You have a little less gray in the back, so we want to get a sample back here also, because we want to do the exact percentages in each area that would be right for you.
Okay, you take enough samples, I won't have any gray.
You have enough hair, so that's good. So now what we've done the mold, we've done the sample. Now I'm going to spend a few hours doing design on this.
Okay.
And then we're going to see you in here in a couple weeks, and then we're going to see more hair with you.
And when I leave, I'll have a full head of hair.
Well, a hair that's balanced with what's right for you.
Okay.
Okay. And so you can decide on style. We can do any style that we want to do. We're going to do density, which is going to be appropriate for you. Have you thought about style at all?
Not really.
That's fine. Most people don't know. Once you have more hair on the top of your head, it's just like having more hair. We're just going to cut your hair
All right.
in style. Or
In style.
In some cases, not style.
Well, let's put me in style.
All right, cool.
All right. So I'll see you guys again in a couple of weeks.
I'm looking forward to it. Should be fun.
And in a couple of weeks, you'll all be seeing a whole new me. Don't go away.
Hi, this is Corey Chalmers, host of the hit TV show Hoarders and president of SteriClean Inc. Did you know that 5% of the population suffers from moderate to severe hoarding behaviors? Are you or a loved one overwhelmed with clutter? Let our caring and compassionate specialists support you every step of the way, drama-free. Give us a call at 1-800-HOARDERS for a free estimate or visit us on the web at hoarders.com. Give us a call at 1-800-HOARDERS or visit us at hoarders.com.
Charlie's Stars and Stripes in Old Town Upland is one of my favorite places to go for food, for drink, and for great entertainment. Located at 296 2nd Street in Old Town Upland, just north of the gazebo and just east of Euclid Avenue.
And now it's time for one of my favorite segments of the show, our community calendar. And let's see what's coming up in and around the Inland Empire. The Spy Pilot Chronicles. Oh, that sounds interesting. An evening with SR-71 pilot Brian Schul at the San Bernardino International Airport. Often called the most remarkable plane of the 20th century, the Lockheed 7R-71 Blackbird was the world's fastest and highest flying spy plane. Hear firsthand accounts from retired Air Force pilot Major Brian Schul as he reminisces about his most exciting missions. Then on Sunday, November 13th, the Mission Inn Run in downtown Riverside. The Mission Inn Foundation presents the 39th annual Mission Inn Run with activities for all ages, including a 5K, a 10K, a half marathon, and even a kids run, plus live music, health expos, and much more. November 25th through 27th, one of my favorite events, and I am going to be there, Apple Butter Festival at Riley's Stone Soup Farm. And I love these guys. They're out in the Oak Glen region of Yucaipa, and it's a wonderful event. And then in the local live music spotlight, the Natalie Brooke Duo, November 5th at the Wine Tailor in Rancho Cucamonga. And my favorite, the Kim Martin Band, November 11th, right across the street from where we shoot at J.D. Allison's at 8 p.m. And that is your community calendar. What a great show. I so enjoyed chatting with all of our guests, and I especially want to thank you for tuning in and joining us. And please, remember to set your DVR so you never miss another episode of Voice of the Inland Empire. Or, if you'd like to be able to watch 24/7, check out our website at voiceoftheinlandempire.com, where you can see both current and an entire archive of past shows as well. And while you're there, drop us an email. We love to hear from you. What you like about the show, what you don't like about the show. Guest ideas. Guests have to have topics of broad general interest and be non-commercial in nature. Or if you'd prefer the more traditional method, give us a call, 909-746-8846. So until next time, this is Ron Stark reminding you to be productive, care for your world and the people around you, work hard, find time for fun, and always remember to give back whatever and whenever you can. Until next time, goodbye for now.